So Rafiq,
Yes.
are you going to stand up or are you going to sit like the
I'll-
rest of us old ones?
I'll just sit.
Next, Rafiq, this is Rafiq Bengali, the general manager of UBA. If Rafiq, can you please sell us UBA and outline how investors can participate in your company's growth and where you see all going? Thank you.
I'll give it my best shot. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here. Thank you for presenting me the opportunity to speak on behalf of UBA. First, I'm just going to tell you that I'm not going to sell you anything today. So just be relaxed. I've been asked to sell UBA, but I think UBA should sell itself. I'm here to speak to you about the huge opportunities that exist for UBA and thus its potential investors, partners, as well as customers. My colleague has already spoken about the opportunities in all of Africa. The last 2 days we've been hearing about the African growth story. And in order to take advantages of these opportunities, UBA has the strategy and the capacity, which means management, talent, infrastructure, capital, to execute as a Pan-African bank with an African-focused strategy. The bank has positioned itself to be Africa's global bank, and I'm sure a number of banks also have that same strategic goal. We are already present in 18 other African, mostly underbanked countries outside of Nigeria. And there's a key global, and we're also in the key global financial centers like New York, London, Paris. We need to execute, our strategy. There's 4 tactical strategic thrusts going forward. One is earnings optimization, cost efficiency, asset quality, and the African consolidation. We, as others, would also hope to be one of the top 3 banks in each country that we are in Africa. Within the African context, UBA is on the cutting edge of technology. We have 1,600 ATMs, 3,500 point of sales, terminals. We cater to the retail, commercial, and the corporate sector. Obviously, also to the parastatal as well as the government organization. Obviously, also the overall model to mobilize cheap, low-cost funds through various branch and other channels, and then deploy them into loans and other investment to maximize returns to our shareholders. We are market leader in most of the markets that we operate in, with a good market share of the key parameters, deposits, loans, etc. The bank is uniquely positioned, again, in various African markets, supporting the largely unbanked and informal intra-regional trade, working with various countries to provide infrastructure and support commodity and export market development. Have the funding and the liquidity. We have the ability to create assets, quality assets, and also on the profitability side. I cannot say that UBA has RO, the return on equity, as good as my colleague from GT Bank has mentioned, but we are pretty close. We have about 25% instead of 30. The NIMs are pretty, also good. Again, that's the strategy to grow the NIMs. We are at 6.5 versus my colleagues at 8%. And that's why, I think the potential for UBA is great going forward. We are listed on the Nigerian Stock Exchange. I think the current trading is at about 4.24 Naira. It's a significant discount at about 50% to book. It's one of the most liquid investment on the Nigerian Stock Exchange. The valuation is very attractive and compelling because we have, I believe, no place to go but up. It's one investment, multiple return. I would describe USA stock as an ETF for Africa. Thank you.
Thank you. Isn't it wonderful to hear return of equity not so high, but 25%. I mean, oh my word, hats off. That's really impressive.
Doing business in Africa, you can't afford to be without Africa Investor.